Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Black and the channel is Black Creative. Today's tutorials, we are designing this in Photoshop. Alright, so head over to file, then click on new. Then we set the rate to 1080. 1080, then the height to 1080. Then we set the resolution to 300. Then you come down here and create on create. You click on create, then you will see something like this. So head over to the layer adjustment, select the solid color, then enter this hash code and click on OK. After entering the hash code, you should be getting something like this. Then head over to file, then place embedded. We want to design the background first, so we bring in our picture. I got this picture from Adobe stock. You see, I did not use the premium account, so I don't have a premium account, so you can see the watermark. Right click, then you rasterize this layer and you set it to multiply. We set it to multiply, and then we bring in our next picture for the background. So we go to file, then place embedded, just as we brought in this picture. Then we bring in this black picture. There is a link in the description where you can find all these pictures and the resources that are used in these tutorials. So you adjust it to fit the screen, the workspace. You right click on the layer, then you rasterize the layer, then you set this one to saturation. You set it to saturation, then after setting it to saturation, you head over to bring in another picture for the background. Let's bring this picture. This picture is. We adjust this one to suit whatever thing we are doing here right now, to make the background look a little bit darker. We rasterize it, then this one to set it to, I think, multiply is okay. And let me check the other ones. No, I think multiply is okay. We set it to multiply, then I think we are done with the background. Let's reduce the opacity of this picture a little bit. Then let's group this layer, I think so, something like that. Before then, let's give it levels, then to make it a little bit darker. I selected the levels from the layer adjustments, so the background a little bit darker. Then we group this in one folder, which is Ctrl+G. We select all the layers, then Ctrl+G to group it. Then we give it a name, BG, to stand for the background. Then we head over to file. Then we go to the place embedded section, bring in a new picture, a new resource, which is, let's select this one. We want to insert some pictures here. The pictures of, I think I got some pictures from the internet, which is I think probably might be pictures from refugees camp, something like that. So we bring in these shapes. There is a link in the description, as I said already, where you can get all these shapes. For the sake of our tutorials, I did these shapes separately to make the tutorials a very, very short one. So you bring in all these shapes, adjust it just as I'm doing it. Head over to file again, then place embedded, and you bring in the other shape, this one. Then you adjust it to suit what you want. Not necessarily like the way I'm doing it, but you can also do it in a different way that you think it's beautiful. Okay, I think let's take this one a little bit. Then adjust the middle one. Then, well, I think this is okay. Something like this is okay. Then, yeah, I think something like this is okay. So we are going to insert our pictures inside. Going to give it a clipping mask. So we bring in our first picture. This girl, this little girl. We put it on it. We right click on the layer, rasterize the layer, and right click on that same layer again and create a clipping mask. After creating the clipping mask, we make sure the edges are filled with the picture. There is no empty edges. They are all filled with the picture. Then it's okay. As you can see down here, I think this side of the picture. Alright, so as you can see, you just give it a mask. Then select your brush tool. Then you make sure the settings are the same like mine. Then you reduce the size of the brush. Then begin to brush this side out. Begin to brush this side out. So as you can see, that side has been removed and it has become very very nice. Let's add some levels to this picture alone. So image, we select image, then you select adjustments, then levels, these levels, and we drag it a little bit to make it a little bit darker, to add some little bit shadow to it, and I think it's okay. So we select the other shape, move to file, then place embedded, select place embedded, and bring in our other picture, our next picture. I think this one. Same way, you rasterize it, rasterize the layer, then you right click the same layer, then you click on the clipping mask, then you adjust it to suit the shape, to fit the shape. So with the adjustment, you make sure that there is no white edges around. You make sure it fits the shape very very well. I think this is okay. Then you head over to image, adjustment, then levels to make it a little bit darker, make it a little bit darker, as you can see. So now I think it's okay. Then we select the next object, the next shape, then you move to place embedded again, bring in our next picture, which is this one, this picture right here. Then right click on it, rasterize, then right click on that same layer again, you create a clipping mask, then you adjust it to fit the shape again, and adjust it to fit the shape. Yes, something like this. Yes. Then you head over to image, adjustment, then levels to make this picture, we add a little bit dark to it to make it a little bit dark. Alright, so going on, I think we select this one, then hold shift and select the last of the images, the last layer of the images. Press Ctrl G to group them. Then let's give it a name, img, to stand for, to represent the images. So we've grouped them also, but I think we should add a little bit adjustment to these shapes. We cannot leave it like this. So we go to file, then place embedded, and then I did some lines here which will help us to make the shape and the pictures look very very nice. So with this one too, you can download it from the link in the description. So I'll be bringing in these lines, and then try to adjust these lines. Try to adjust this line. So when you have the same resources, you can try and follow what I'm doing to adjust your lines around the edges of this picture. So just follow it and then do it as I'm doing. We bring in the other lines. Oh, bring in the other lines, and then when you've downloaded the resources and you are following the tutorials, you can also do the same thing to whatever thing you're doing. You can adjust it. You can adjust it like the way I'm doing the adjustments, and after that, you will see how the shapes together with the pictures inside it has been very very nice. You can just follow the way I'm doing the adjustments and then make yours very very nice. And something like this is okay. Yeah. The channel is Black Creative, and do not forget to subscribe to this channel because here we give you in-depth tutorials. We give you the step by step how to do anything. So we are done with this adjustment. Let's go in and bring in another line. For the sake of these tutorials, I decided to do these lines to make the tutorials look very very simple and short. So I made these lines separately. I made them separately from these tutorials. So as you can see, this flyer itself was a job I got from a client, and I decided to post it step by step how I designed it, because a lot of people were asking me how did I go with this, how did I did this, how did I did that. So I decided to post it how I did everything step by step. Alright, so this is it. At the end, you should be getting something like this. Very very nice and simple lines around the shape, and then very very nice and simple lines around the shape. Something like this. You should be getting something like this. So alright, so we're done with the adjustment, and I think uh, this one, this is too long. I think I have to do something to this line. Oh yeah, let's rasterize this layer, then select our rectangular marquee tool over there and cut it a bit. Yes, something like this is okay. Yeah, I think something like this is okay. Then we have to group them to avoid our layers being messed up at the layer panel. So we select them and then we press Ctrl G, and let's name it lines to represent the yellow lines around the edges of the shapes. Alright, so let's go in and then bring something else to make this picture here look very very nice. I designed these clouds. I downloaded them, sorry, downloaded them rather. So let's place these clouds above the picture somewhere here. Yes. And let's go in for the other cloud. Yeah. Let's go in for the other cloud. So place embedded, then we place these clouds here below the picture somewhere here. I think somewhere here is okay. Place it here then. Alright, so we are done with anything with regards to these pictures and shapes. It's left with the text. So let's try and then insert some text here around this. So let's go in for the ruler, and those without the ruler, you can press Ctrl plus R to give you these rulers. So we select our text tool, then select the text tool, then we begin to type the main, I think the main text. Begin to type the text that we want them to appear on the flyer. So this one I decided to use something else. So you can also type the kind of program or the anything you want to type. You can also type there, then you follow the tutorials alongside. So answer touching lives. So Control J to duplicate this text, or if you like, you can hold Alt on the keyboard, then you drag to duplicate. The font that I'm using it is Montserrat, so you can download that too. For that one, it's not part of the link that I provided, so you can download this font also online. Google fonts or other fonts, you will get this font. I use some bulletin here, so just as the way I brought in the pictures, that will be the same way that I will use to bring in the bullets. You just head over to file, then place embedded, then you bring in the bulletin, which is this one over here. So just drag it to. You see, the main reason why we use the rulers is we just want to adjust the tests so that the text won't be like, the text will be straight in line with each other. So if you don't have the ruler in your Photoshop, you can press Ctrl plus R on the keyboard, and this ruler, the edges of the ruler will be there for you. Then you drag from there, you drag this straight line from there. Alright, so we are done with the typing, and I just we let's add something like the number here, the number which people can donate on, and then the bank account where people can donate on. And let's group this here. Click on file, then let's bring in the Momo logo. Here is it. So bring in our Momo logo, then we adjust it a little bit smaller, very very smaller. Set it somewhere here. Yeah, I think somewhere here is okay. Then hold shift and then drag this text to duplicate it. We type the mobile money, to indicate that this is mobile money. Drag it, hold shift and drag it, then you enter the number. Enter the Momo number, the mobile money number there. Hold shift again, drag this one here, then something like bank account. Let's try something like bank account. Then you hold shift again. Then let's make this one bold, the mobile money bold. Then the bank account too, let's make it bold. Yeah. So um something like this is okay. Let's drag this from here down, then we type the bank account number. For your information, all these numbers are fake. There is nothing like, do not donate. Do not donate anything through these channels. Then in the bank account, let's drag something down here. Let's drag this one down, then type the account name here. So let's type something there as the account name. I think this is okay. It's okay, it's okay. Anything like this, yeah, it's okay. So I think, yeah, so let's try to group these layers. But before then, this space is there. So maybe you get something like, you have something in mind like a motivational speech, you can just type it here. Maybe a Bible verse or something like that, to make people feel very, very, to make people feel good to donate. I think something like that, to catch the attention of the people. So you can just type it here. If you have anything like that in mind, you can type it here. Then yeah, I think like this is good. Yeah, yeah, this is good. This is okay. If you have anything in mind, like something that's going to catch the attention of people so that they can donate, you can just type it here. I don't have anything in mind, that's why I just used this. So you can just type it there. So let's group the layers, and okay, so you hold shift, select this one, hold shift, then come way up this place, then press Ctrl G to group the tests and name it test. This is what we use for the bulletin, so you can just rename them tick, TICK. I think this is it. Alright, so this is it. We are done with the tutorials, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel, and then feel free to comment any kind of question with regards to what we are doing right now, and I will be very, very, very happy to answer these questions. Thank you.